Baseball Card Market Report for June 10th through the 16th, 2021. Plus, fake buying the next Ted Simmons in the investment corner. It's the middle of the month, which means it's investment corner week. Now that we have more than a year behind us, that means a sort of double dose. The cards we're faux buying in June, and then the cards we faux bought last June with a price update to see how we're doing. Putting my fake money where my mouth was. So last week, we took a trip down Ted Simmons Lane, trying to find the players who profile most closely to the new Hall of Famer in terms of understated but possible Cooperstown cases, as well as relative card values. There I laid out the rookie cards for basically each of the best guys at their position, not in the Hall of Fame, and tried to figure out which ones had the most room for growth. You can find a link in the description below to read the full rundown in case you missed it. I'm sticking with that theme in this month's trip to the investment corner, where I'm not spending my fake $1,000 on those very cards in those very conditions. My criteria here are that the cards have to have been sold within the last month or still be listed for sale or with a buy it now price on eBay. This is a slight change in the scheme from previous visits to the corner, where we only looked at cards that are sold, and only in the week leading up to the report. This gives us an expanded base, but I still whiffed on Jose Cruz, Dwight Evans, Tom Gordon, and Rick Russell. I also had to boot a couple of cards to fit everyone in, so I punted Thurman Munson because his multiplier is already so big at 63, and also Keith Hernandez because the numbers just worked out that way. The trade-off is that we get to talk about a couple of dudes that we didn't get to see at all last month. So on with the pretend spending spree. 1971 Topps Bob Grich, PSA 7, $144.99. As much as I love Lou Whitaker and think he belongs in the Hall of Fame, Grich actually has a slightly stronger statistical argument as the best second baseman on the outside of Cooperstown looking in. We have to pay a premium over last week's report already, $145 versus $100, but there's still plenty of potential for a decent payoff down the road. 1969 Topps, Greg Nettles, PSA 8, $245. If Nettles had hit 10 points higher, or swatted 10 more home runs, or played 10 years later, 20, he would probably already be in the Hall of Fame. As it stands, he's likely the best third baseman still on the outside looking in, though even I have to blink a couple of times regarding the two-time premium compared to last week's post that we're paying here. 1965 Topps, Bert Campaneris, PSA 8, $100. Campaneris is maybe the unlikeliest name on this list, but his 2,200 plus hits over 19 big league seasons helped him to more than 53 WAR. He will almost certainly never make the Hall of Fame cut, but Campy's 1965 Topps rookie card is classic looking. $100 doesn't seem out of line in this market. 1961 Topps, Willie Davis, PSA 8, $195. According to Jaws, Davis is the 16th best center fielder ever, and there are already 16 center fielders in the Hall of Fame. That math certainly casts the late Dodger speedster and sometimes slugger in a good light, and this 1961 Topps Classic already trounces the value we reported last week, $195 versus $80. 1965 Topps, Louis Tiant, PSA 7, $130. Tiant fell short of Russell on our WAR list of starting pitchers last week, but with no viable rookie card of the Big Daddy on the market lately, we turned toward a great-looking copy of El Tiant's own rookie in the 1965 Topps set. Tiant has a ton of fan sentiment behind his Cooperstown candidacy, and it wouldn't be surprising to see him make the cut one of these years. If and when he does, the $130 we fake spent here will look like a bargain. 1964 Topps, Tommy John, PSA 8, $185. With 288 wins and 61 plus WAR, John is a longtime favorite on lists like this one. You know that 12 more victories would have seen him sail into the Hall of Fame a long time ago, and that minor surgery of his that required some trifle surgery and a revamping of the way the entire game thought about scrap heap pitchers just might be worth something too. And most certainly more than the $185 when he gets his plaque. All in all, we just didn't drop $999.99 on half a dozen guys who might someday make the Hall of Fame. How many do you think will get in? More importantly, how much do you think our fake investment will be worth in a year, in 5 years, when the cows come home? We'll start to find out in a year when we give that group of cards the same treatment as the June bugs of the investment corner. Last month marked our first full year of visits to the investment corner, and that gave us a chance to reflect on where we had been. In that report from May 2021, we found out that we could have made something like $1 million by spending $1,200 on cards I picked in May of 2020. Or maybe it was 597 profit. I always get those two numbers confused. 1,597. You can check out last month's report in the link in our description below to scrutinize my math. And now at 13 months, we get to do the brag thing all over again, taking a look at how much we would have made or lost had we bought the cards I fake bought last June. So, coming up next, I've listed the cards that we bought last year and how much we paid then, and how much we would pay now to buy the same card and the difference between the two. The price we paid then was the actual selling price from a specific sold eBay listing at the time. The price we'd have to pay now, listed as sold next, is culled from the PSA auction price realized tool, generally taking the most recent sale of a given card in the given condition as a barometer. I did make a couple of executive edits though, where obvious outliers popped in. In those cases, I either took a recent average or went back to the sold eBay listings. Here's what I found. 1989 Upper Deck unopened box. Bought 6/20/20 for $333.85. Sold 6/20/21 for $400. Profit loss plus $66.15 plus 19%. 1984 Donruss Don Mattingly PSA 9. Bought 6/20/20 for $199.99. Sold 6/20/21 for $175. Profit loss minus $24.99 minus 12.5%. 1980 Topps Ricky Henderson PSA 8. Bought 6/20/20 for $159.50. Sold 6/20/21 for $300. Profit loss plus $140.50 plus 88%. 1971 Topps Rich Allen PSA 7. Bought 6/20/20 for $117.50. Sold 6/20/21 for $200. Profit loss plus $82.50 plus 70%. 1965 Topps Louis Tiant PSA 8. Bought 6/20/20 for $94. Sold 6/20/21 for $350. Profit loss plus $256 plus 272%. 1977 Topps Dale Murphy PSA 8. Bought 6/20/20 for $59. Sold 6/20/21 for $125. Profit loss plus $66 plus 112%. 1973 Topps Steve Carlton PSA 8. Bought 6/20/20 for $33.99. Sold 6/20/21 for $85. Profit loss plus $51.01 plus 150%. All told, we spent $997.83 last June and sold for $1,635 this month. That gave us a profit of $637.17 or 63.9%. So not quite $1 million, but not cicada spit either. And it all comes with a healthy dash of irony. The only card on our buy list to lose money on our little exercise is the 1984 Donruss Don Mattingly. You know, the card that lit the hobby on fire in the mid-1980s, the card that is almost single-handedly responsible for the 1980s boom, at least the way we know it. The card that is the sine qua non for the current boom. A kick in the teeth to cranky old dudes or dudettes like me, but interesting nonetheless.